fine.
The Poker Heaven European Cash Game continues deep into this session now.
With all the power.
Players looking to get even.
Brings out the worst in him, but also the best.
Albert Iverson finds pocket jacks.
350.
Yeah, I know where it is, but is the door open?
And Eric looks like he's reaching for chips. So he's got a decent hand.
And he's been quite happy to re-raise
1350
the two guys on his right.
1350, Eric makes it.
Cool.
Iverson calls. I hate these spots, Gary, playing hands like pocket jacks out of position. I mean, I'm not as good a player as Albert Iverson, but it's kind of tough, right?
It is, yes, but I actually find it a lot tougher in tournaments than I do in cash games.
Check.
Looks better now. Let's try.
Well, it's a great flop for the jacks. Eric Liu will often continue, as we've seen in this cash game.
Check.
Yeah, good.
This time he thinks better of it. Oh, that's an interesting card, to say the least.
It's a bit easier to play the hand now.
Gives Eric the nut flush draw, as well as obviously making Albert the mortal nuts. There or thereabouts, anyway.
Yeah, he'll definitely take a chance with it. It might not be the best possible hand, but sometimes if your opponent's got 4-8, you just got to lose some chips in the pot.
Tough lay down, that one.
Thank you. I'll be back in a...
What does Eric want to do here? Conceivably, you could see all 3 quarters of action. These two players are super deep. Both started the hand with over 40,000 euros in front of them.
Possibly feels he's priced in for this. Well.
5,250
well,
total.
I was going to say priced in, but I'm not surprised he's raised.
No, not at all. It probably feels like he's going to represent an overpair, and if he gets a caller, he can always catch a flush.
All right.
Well, Albert raises. But this surprises me slightly more.
Well, you think his best play is possibly to call?
I'm not sure. I'm asking you. Do you think calling and trying to make money on the river is better? Or?
They're both so deep that maybe Eric Liu could even pass kings or any kind of an overpair in this board.
Yep, reverse.
Because you know that he's not going to be doing this with ace-jack.
Iverson
7,000.
bet this turn.
7,000.
Eric Liu's raised.
50.
Iverson has re-raised. We know that Albert's got this pot locked up.
More.
Good luck on trying to get him off the hand.
I guess he's thinking, if I make this call, which he's almost priced in to do if his nut flush was good. If I make this call, can I win anything on the river? Am I drawing dead?
What do I do if I catch an ace?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's a fascinating hand.
I wouldn't bet he's thinking about it. Wish I hadn't raised now. Good lay down from Eric. Very good lay down.
Yeah, dodged a huge bullet there.
Yes, I think there was an opportunity here for him to smooth call. If he's up against aces or kings, and the way Eric Liu's value betted the river with kind of very marginal hands, he's always going to bet aces or kings. If he's up against a bluff, let him keep bluffing. There's possibly an opportunity for more money, of course, but it may have been different if Eric had have had aces. He may have got a much, much bigger pot by playing it this way, so it's easy for us to sit here and judge. Well, back to the action. The blinds are 25 and 50. There's an optional straddle on it of 100 from Riku. Peter Eastgate, who's been a little bit quiet, raising it up. Speaking of quiet, here's Neil Channing.
Now, a lot of players would re-raise here, especially against a loose player like Peter Eastgate, but Neil just doesn't play that way.
No, he likes to play his position. By making the pot very big pre-flop, you almost take away some of that advantage.
Of course, the benefit of flat calling with ace-jack is that you keep hands like ace-10 in the pot. That's the argument.
That's very true.
Calling, I guess.
Check.
And then, of course, if you flop top pair, you're a genius.
That's all right.
Suddenly looks really good.
500.
No.
Unfortunately for him, he did manage to keep a hand like king-jack in there. And he takes that pot down. Nice, comfortable pickup of over €1,000.
Buttons on Bambos.
And on Bambus's button as well.
Andy Black confirming that fact. Hasn't been his day so far.
If I put the 8 man, I should go
to turn it round.
Well, we've got a little bit of a pot brewing here. You're used to seeing 2 blinds. 25 and 50 are the blinds in this cash game, but we've got straddles in it. So there's a 100 straddle, a 200 straddle, and a 400 straddle. They're optional blind bets before you've even seen your hand. And it's really getting the action going. Neil Channing's called, Bambus is called on the button. That's also brought in Riku out of the big blind. It looks like Peter Eastgate's having a thought about something. It's just a call.
Eric Liu, last to speak, he can make it 4,000 and end everything.
Should he wish to. He could at least try it, but he hasn't. He's checked, and we're going to see the flop.
Good flop for the razor. I check.
Check.
Well, nice flop for Riku. Bottom pair with the straight draw.
See if I can represent this board.
What are you actually representing?
Well, if Eric does bet, he's actually betting the best hand with Jack too.
He certainly is. That's why he's going to do it. Wants to find out how strong he is.
Yeah, good luck with it.
1,450 total.
Oh, will Riku be tempted here? Does have the straight draw to go with his pair.
1,450, yeah.
He's going to call. Got quite a few cards he can catch.
Peter's got the same straight draw.
But unfortunately for him, not the pair to go with it. Eric's probably not going to like his hand too much right now. Although that might make him feel a little bit more comfortable about his middle pair.
Check.
Means it's less likely anyone else has got a queen.
Yeah, they'd have had to have checked queen on the flop, wouldn't they? Because he spoke last out the remaining players.
That's very true.
Although the pot's already quite big, so you might just take one off here.
Also means he's likely to get a caller on the end from a 10. In fact, very much the kind of hand that Riku's got.
Is there an argument for betting because he might fold out a better jack?
Quite possibly, but someone with a jack as well is probably going to realise that their kick is probably irrelevant. Definitely now. That's probably a bad card for Riku. May end up costing him some money.
Check.
Yeah, do you think he has to pay off Eric here?
Check.
He may well do. Peter Eastgate knows he can't win this pot with a check.
Well, Eric seems likely to bet here. The question is how much does...
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure he's going to bet here.
Yeah. What, he could check? He could fear the quads? Pocket aces, anyone?
About 4,200's my kind of a bet.
We have seen him vary these value bets on the river, haven't we? He's bet small, he's bet a little bigger.
$3,650.
Roughly half the pot, just a smidge more. And Riku's the man with the decision. What are you thinking if you're him, Gary?
What kind of hand is Eric likely to have in this spot? Is he going to try and bluff it? is it more likely that he's got the same kind of hand as me or nothing rather than the jack?
Well, you called it when the queen came out as an expensive river card for him.
Yep, I thought that was going to happen.
Jack is good.
Yeah, I think Eric expects a split, but it isn't the way he flipped that jack.
No, I think he was pretty sure that the jack was going to be good.
Wasn't a lost cause after all. Thank you, thank you, thank you.